Insurance agents, listen up. If you're not using SparkyBot, if you're not with us at Lead to Client CRM, then you are missing out. Agents are killing it using our AI technology. And if you are using SparkyBot, this video is for you as well, because what I'm about to do is blow your mind. All right, so we have our very first message that has come through here. And it says, "Hi Corey, this is Ashley in Snapshot User's Office. We just received your request, yada, yada, yada. Can you confirm that this is your zip code?" Well, the first thing I want to do is say, no, we moved. And we've trained the bot now to handle some responses. And one of the really exciting things is kind of the interaction and the play back and forth. So of course, we're still trying to get that appointment, but at the same time, we are working really hard to make sure that we are updating the user along the way. So I see, could you provide me with your new zip code? And maybe at this point we say it is 76208. Now, once this is replied, the AI is going to look that up. It's going to confirm the new zip code, and it's going to provide you with the new city. So I see that's in Denton, right? Maybe that's not correct. In fact, I know for certain that this zip code specifically borders two cities. So I'd say, actually it's in Corinth. Thank you for the clarification, Corey. I have updated our records to reflect the location as Corinth in Texas. Now, in order to provide, would you be opposed to answering a few brief questions over text? I'm going to go along with this and say, sure, that's fine. And we'll just see kind of how the bot is working. One of the things we've worked really hard on over the last month or so is refining the prompt that we are sending for SparkyBot to make sure that we are getting the most out of the technology. Really, the ultimate goal is for this to be an assistant that is pre-qualifying leads for you and getting them booked on your calendar so that you can have those really critical sales calls and you're spending more time closing, less time prospecting. So great, thank you for your cooperation, Corey. Let's start with the first question. Do you use any type of tobacco products? So in this instance, I'm going to say just straight up yes. Now, if you write, especially final expense life insurance, sometimes the type of tobacco product matters. Sometimes, how long ago they last smoked matters. So what we've actually trained the bot to do when there's a yes answer here is to dig a little bit deeper and get some clarifying questions. And that sounds like this. Thanks for your honesty. Could you please tell me what type of tobacco products you're using? And I'm going to say I smoke an occasional cigar, right? And so typing that in, sending it off this way, and the bot will process its response for that here in just a second. So it comes back and it says, thank you for sharing that, Corey. Now, moving on to the next question. The last 2 years, have you had any heart attacks or strokes? I did have a heart attack. So we just kind of want to see exactly how the bot can respond to this. One of the things also with a prompt that we've really been working with is trying to get it to respond kind of and reflecting on the emotions involved with some of these questioning, because again, this should seem like a human being that is texting your client, not just a straight up AI asking cold calculated questions. So as you can see, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better now. Do you take any medications to prevent any future heart attacks? Some common ones might include nitroglycerin, Xarelto, Eliquis, Lasix, which is furosemide. Let's see. I have nitro, but I don't take it every day. Or I'll say, but I take it when needed. As needed. I'm also on Eliquis. Let's say that. There we go. And kind of give it some medication information. And again, all of this information that you're getting on your client is going to help you to shorten your sales calls, going in, knowing what you're working with, knowing where you're potentially going ahead of time. Already have that rapport built. It's more information that you're providing to the client while you're on the call. So it's something that makes you more like an expert. You have this kind of instant credibility with it. So thank you for sharing. It's important to manage heart health. Love it. So we go on to the next question. Have you ever had cancer other than skin cancer? And basically we'll say yes, I had cancer. So again, I don't want to provide it everything. I want the bot to have follow-up questions, to be able to ask for information and everything like that. All right, so yes, I had cancer, and the bot immediately comes back. I'm sorry to hear that. May I ask when your last treatment was, and have you had multiple occurrences? Last treatment was 3 years ago. It was my second go around with kidney cancer. Say that. Okay. So again, feeding information into the bot, helping it pre-qualify, helping you become a more effective agent when you are working to prospect final expense clients. And it comes back, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like you've been through a lot. Let's move on to the final question. Are you using any type of wheelchair, walker, oxygen? I do have oxygen for my COPD. Let's do that. So we built into a prompt. Our default prompt has clarifying questions for wheelchairs, oxygen, cancer, stroke, heart attack, tobacco, just things to kind of continue this conversation. So it's not just question, question, question. Thank you so much. Moving on. So it says, thanks for sharing that. Do you use oxygen continuously or as needed? As needed at this time. Okay, great. Now, of course, if you haven't used this, you know that the bot can overcome objections and everything like that. So if perhaps, like for instance, in this case, it looks like we have some strong options. Would morning or afternoon be better for you? Maybe this guy gets cold feet and says, I don't think I will qualify for anything with all my health issues. How about that? So not booking, just kind of responding. I don't think I'm going to qualify. And let's just see. A lot of this is kind of shooting from the hip, trying to really see exactly how the bot actually will respond to everything. I understand your concerns. However, we partner with the top carriers in the countries, can find coverage for almost everyone. It's always worth exploring your options. Now, if you're comfortable with proceeding, I can offer you these 2 slots. But either of those work for you, and say, let's do the Monday, Monday at 10 a.m. I could keep objecting to it. And of course, if you've used the bot, you know that we've got an extensive bank of questions and answers that the bot will respond to and overcome objections, and you can fine tune it for yourself. I did misspell. I said MOM instead mom 10 a.m. instead of Monday, but I'm willing to bet that SparkyBot's going to catch this and run with it as it did. Schedule the appointment. I would get the follow-up, you've been scheduled text, all of that other stuff, all of the nurtures we have going. Now, if you've been using SparkyBot, this probably did not blow your socks off just because, well, you've already been experiencing all of the wonderfulness of it. But one of the things I want to walk you through is what actually happened behind the scenes. So if you remember in the beginning of this scenario, I did go through and I actually corrected it and said, no, I'm not in 29541. We moved and we're actually over here at 76208. And I actually said, well, it's actually in Corinth because it came back and said Denton. So what's happened over here, we've provided that it's now Corinth, it's Texas, 76208, and it updated the time zone from Eastern to Central. Another great thing is as this went through, we've actually trained the bot now to start collecting information about your client, and when they schedule an appointment, create a note for you so that you don't have to hunt and try and find the conversation anymore. So you're going to get this: tobacco use, cigar, heart attack, yes. Taking nitro and Eliquis, cancer, yes. Last treatment 3 years ago, second go around. With kidney cancer, stroke, no. Wheelchair, no. Walker, no. Oxygen, yes, as needed. So you're not having to hunt, you're not having to read through this. You can just open your notes. You're going to see right here at 6:16 p.m. that this bot went through, captured all this information and updated. So I think this is amazing. I think this is something that is going to absolutely make you a more effective agent, and I'm excited to see what you all do with it. So as always, happy CRMing, and if you need help getting this set up, let us know.